Leading up to the event venue is a display of Hollywood and Nollywood signs, the Walk of Fame and Picture Time. It all leads up to a serene atmosphere with solemn music playing in the background. This gathering is the celebration of the 247th anniversary of United States independence. The U.S. Consulate General in Ikoyi, Lagos, set out the red carpet for the occasion, and the event begins formally with the anthems of both Nigeria and the United States. Addressing the gathering of cocktail-carrying individuals, the charge d'affaires of the U.S. Embassy in Abuja, Mr. David Green speaks on the partnership between the United States and Nigeria.
For citizens of the United States, our Independence Day, the 4th of July, is one of our most cherished holidays. We celebrate both the founding of our nation and the democratic principles that have guided that nation throughout its history. So I'm delighted to be spending this Independence Day here in Nigeria. As large, diverse democracies, the United States of America and the Federal Republic of Nigeria share many principles in the content of our constitutions, in the form of our institutions, in the relationship between citizens and their governments, and in our daily lives. Our struggles for independence, both the United States and Nigeria, shared a common vision of nations governed by their citizens for the benefit of those citizens. That common principle binds our countries and our democratic practices despite the continents and years that separated our independence struggles. But beyond the history and the broad principles, I want to speak to our shared commitment to the practical work of any democracy, helping citizens live prosperous, secure, and healthy lives. As President Biden has said, elected leaders owe it to their people to show that democracy can deliver for their needs. And the United States, I'm proud to say, is Nigeria's partner in seeking to deliver.
Representing the Lagos State Governor, the Secretary to the State Government gives a remark on his behalf.
The United States and Nigeria share a long history of friendship marked by several milestones of cooperation in trade, education, health, and security. We are proud to be partners in progress, working hand in hand to improve the lives of our citizens and contribute to a more prosperous and peaceful world. Our partnership is built on a foundation of shared values and a commitment to democratic principles, human rights, and sustainable development.
And then it's on to a toast to the U.S.-Nigeria friendship, as well as the cutting of the independence cake. On the sidelines of the celebrations, global health advocate and former First Lady of Kwara State, Mrs. Toyin Saraki, reiterates the bilateral relationship between both countries.
One of the most wonderful things about the bilateral relationship is that because the United States of America really does believe in equity, in equality, and in human rights, I believe that the relationship that Nigeria holds with the United States of America is not so much of a North-South relationship, but a sharing of ideas, a sharing of ideals, and particularly a sharing of the democratic experience. So I think that they have always been allies to us, and we have always been allies to them as well. And I'd like to particularly commend what America is doing for Nigeria through partnerships in the development sector, you know, whether it's PEPFAR, malaria, HIV, tuberculosis, and even mental health. You know, USAID as a development agency has always had a very targeted focus in Nigeria, and I hope this is a relationship that will continue for many years.
This year's theme revolves around the entertainment industry, driven by investment and partnership with the United States, as well as celebrating both Nigerian and American talents.